Hello, beautiful, beautiful ladies. How are you doing today? I would love to hear. Comment with me, chat with me. I feel like people have been so quiet lately, and I think probably because all of our kids are going back to school and life has been insane readjusting the schedule. And holy moly, am I the only one, or does anyone else feel that? So today is going to be a double whammy of loads of value. I'll be talking about habits, right? Just the vital importance of habits and how we can really accomplish super healthy habits through tracking macros. And then I'll also go through some of the great questions we've been having in the Facebook group, Macro Tracking and Weightlifting for Women, in case you're watching this anywhere else. So we'll go through a lot of great stuff today to really help you just propel forward with clarity, with success, and with a lot of energy and vitality. Okay. Before I get started, I'd love to remind you about our free masterclass this coming Tuesday. It's just going to be a one-day event. It's Tuesday, September 19th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so this event is really going to be dedicated to all about nutrition. So here's a few things. So discover strategies for sculpting your body with a focus on lean muscle development, empowering you to feel stronger and more confident. Explore the role of nutrition in elevating your daily vitality, mental clarity, and overall well-being. And then unlock the secrets of personalized nutrition plans to optimize your metabolism, control cravings, and attain sustainable weight management. So we're really just going to help you, again, just continue to up-level in your nutrition. So if you're interested in more information and to get registered for that event, totally free, just comment invite, right? Invite me below or send me a message and we'll get you into there. We're really excited for it. Okay, beautiful. Ladies, let's go ahead and dive in. So your habits really become your life, right? Let me rephrase. Your life becomes what your habits are, what you practice. This is a good reason why the all or nothing approach is a horrible idea and why you're always left with nothing. Because 51% of your habits in the right direction is more than 49% of your habits in the wrong direction, right? So if you are an all or nothing person, ditch that. Just focus on habit stacking. What's 1 to 3 things I can focus on today to continue up leveling my life? That might be getting in X amount of steps, taking a break throughout the day, drinking a certain amount of water, hitting your macros, right? Things like that. It could also be taking a moment to breathe, sharing with your husband how grateful you are for him and uplifting him in some way, doing the same thing for your kids, right? There's a lot of different ways that we can habit stack to continue to grow our character, but then of course to continue to grow our health and fitness as well. So macros, right? This group is all about macros and lifting off. So that's of course what I'm going to teach, right? That's what we're exercising. So I'll stay in my lane, but I just want to throw those in there. So macros are amazing to get a super specific result, to teach you what your body totally needs to thrive, to feel good, and to help you achieve your goals. And macros, often overlooked, are amazing for totally establishing new habits, right? This is not, oh, I'm just going to do this for a time to lose the weight. So I'm just going to have to do this task. If you look at it as a task, you're probably not going to be very successful. Maybe for a time, but not for very long. But if you look at macros, macros are a tool to teach me how to live the healthiest lifestyle I can for what my personal body needs. Oh, it gets so fun. Then you can more easily lean into the process, right? Not the task, but the process of, I'm just fine tuning my lifestyle. I'm just adjusting my lifestyle. I'm not missing out on things. I get to rewire what the healthiest lifestyle is for me, right? So really think about, how am I looking at macros? How am I using macros? Far too often they're used like a diet. They're not a diet. They're a tool to create long-term success and get great results in the meantime, right? So it's a double win, honestly. Okay, just checking my notes. Let's see what else I have for you guys. Yeah. For those struggling with macro compliance, right? At Queens of Iron, negative or positive, like 0 to 5 grams over or under each macro is compliance for us. If you're drinking alcohol, we say hit your protein, don't go over calories, right? So there's a few ways to get compliant. If you're struggling with compliance and a little bit all over the board, that makes it super challenging to track progress because your body's bloated, then it's not, then it's doing this, then it's having to regulate. It's just so up and down. And so Consistency and compliance breeds much more accurate results, so you can really see what's going on with your body and continuously feel better over time, right? That is a huge goal of this, okay? So if you're struggling to get compliant, that's actually just a really good indicator that your habits need to change. Wonderful. It's just that your habits need to change. This, I don't think, hopefully, is any of you. But if you're resistant to change, then why would your life ever change? It wouldn't. If you're resistant to change habits, your life isn't going to change. If you love where you're at right now, career, family, physique, health, everything, beautiful. Your habits and your belief got you there, right? If you're not, let go. Let go of the white knuckle grip. Allow yourself to do hard things, to move into change and discomfort, and go do something new so you can take your life where you're really wanting to take it. Okay? This is your permission slip. Get uncomfortable. Okay, cool. So, although tracking can sometimes feel, what's the word I'm looking for? Inconvenient, right? Sometimes, sure. It's completely life-changing. If you are saving for a house and you want to buy the house in cash, is it inconvenient to not go do whatever you want, but instead track your finances? Sure. But what's the result, right? An amazing home debt-free for you and your family. Is that worth giving up a few small things along the journey of saving for that house? You betcha. Just like tracking your macros, just like achieving the fit, healthy body that you love. Healthy, right? Fit. Body that you love. Yeah, some things are going to have to let go temporarily. Some of our ladies are on 2,400 calories. Other are on 1,600. They're at a different place in their journey. The only way out is through. The only way out is through. You can't take shortcuts in your health and your fitness, ladies. Learn the tools, practice the tools, establish the lifestyle, live in freedom. Truly, it's beautiful. Okay, great. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, so I wanted to share. So I am actually now in the process, I've been maintaining for several years. And so I've never really had, well, not never, for the last 3 years, I haven't had hard goals because I'm just enjoying my body and helping other women get that, right? But now with all of our client success trainers going through the program as well, just to continue up leveling, I'm like, it's really important to lead by example and lead from the front. So it's my turn to do that too, right? So I went and hired a exceptional 5-time world champion physique athlete and physique trainer to continue to up-level my skill for clients and for you guys, but also to just up-level my body, even if it's still maintenance, but just up-level a little bit more. And so now I'm tracking macros way more strictly than I have, right, for a long time. So I wanted to just share a really easy tool or a strategy that I'm doing. So I like to go to the movies lately. Don't ask me why. I've never done that, but I really like it lately. And I'm just really enjoying chocolate covered cinnamon bears and popcorn, just like while you're enjoying the movie. To me, it's really relaxing, right? So what I'm going to do is take a big old Ziploc, like the freezer quart size, I think it is. I'm going to pre-weigh some Skinny Pop popcorn, and then I'm going to go buy my chocolate cinnamon bears and then pre-weigh and put in a Ziploc my chocolate covered cinnamon bears. So you can still enjoy the time. You can still enjoy the treat, but it's more mindful. So then you're not just gorging yourself, what does that do? It makes us feel like crap later. You gain fat that feels uncomfortable. It's not a healthy approach to living. So there's no benefit other than the 2 seconds that felt good in your mouth, right? So let's just be more mindful. Does it take a little bit of time out of my very busy schedule as a solo parent and owning 2 businesses? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. Because otherwise, everything else suffers. If my fitness and nutrition are not on point, my relationship with my son suffers because I'm freaking cranky. My relationship with my friends suffer because I'm tired. My relationship with how much I can show up for people suffers, again, because I'm tired and I don't feel good about myself or in my health, right? So really taking the time to do these things saves time and just greatly elevates your life. So there are no excuses. So if you feel an excuse coming in your mind, think it out. Really think it out and process it. And then you'll see, oh, okay, I'm just being silly. Okay, guys. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. If there was a takeaway or an aha moment from that, I'd love to hear that, and just love to hear Anything you want to share, ladies. This is very open to be a conversation because we're just here to love on you and support you. So I'm going to go into some questions that we've had in the group. I'm going to use just the first name out of confidentiality, basically, and so we'll just go from there. And then we'll tag you. We'll send you the link to the video too for answering your question. Okay, Miss Carla. So I love this woman. She's actually one of our clients. So it's funny that she posted this in the Facebook group. So I'm happy to answer this here too. So she says, I've been macro compliant for several weeks. She is truly macro compliant. Like, this woman is on point, works really hard, hits her macros. She's seen amazing results. Like, she's crushing it. I think she's 54. Carla, don't kill me if that's the wrong age. I think that you had said that. So anyway, she said, I have felt fantastic and full of energy. On Sunday, I made a few poor choices and man, I regret it. I feel tired, sluggish, and just not right. Has anyone experienced this, and how long does it take to bounce back? Totally normal. Don't worry about a thing. I know, Carla, your thought process was, I'm getting right back into it. No worries. I'm like, yes, resiliency, you're crushing it. She really is doing amazing. It usually takes 3 to 4 days, right? Your body, the bloat to go back down, you to feel normal again, you do not feel bad about it. It usually takes 3 to 4 days for most ladies. Simple answer. Okay. So Miss Charlene, I know we're talking on email and we're about to be talking on DMs. So the reason I want to share this is because I think a lot of people may be in this situation, but she says, hi, I'm new here. Is there a certain place to get started, or do I just try my best and use the apps? And actually, ladies, I'm going to take this as a great opportunity to show you our guides section in the Facebook group, because we organize this. Let me share my screen really quick. We organize this in a way so you can actually see. Let me make this much bigger. All right. So if you go to this group and you go to guides, you should see this possibly on your left-hand side. But if you go to guides, you can see there's like nutrition and macros. So there's 42 guides in there, and it'll look a little bit different on your screen, easier to click, but we have nutrition and macro resources. We have live Q&As. We have weightlifting resources, client transformations for anyone who's just wanting to learn other people's stories. We have a whole bunch of master classes. Oh, I guess June and August. Yeah, is in there. So this is a great place. So it's under the guides section in the Facebook group, where you can see just a ton of great information in there, okay? But also you can always just click my name, send me a message, and we're happy to share resources. I remember what it was like to be on the other side of this, and as much as I can help it, I will never let another woman not know how to hit her goals in a healthy and sustainable way. Like, we are here for it. So just let us know what you need, okay? I love this. Have you ever thought about creating your own app? Yeah, I have. And actually, I'm about to literally film 432 exercises for our clients. We do a lot of filming. I do a lot of weightlifting education there every week, but I'm about to film instructional videos so far for 432 exercises. It's going to be wild to basically just get better videos in there, better, like more clear with what exercises they should be doing. And then naturally, what's the next step? Create the app. I love that idea. Yes, it's so expensive and time consuming. So it's just like one project at a time. But yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. That's really sweet too. Okay, cool. All right, great. So let's keep going in the questions. So this was posted anonymously. And this is, I love this question. She said, does this happen to anyone else out there? If so, I need help to make it stop. Every day I start off with great intentions with macros. I log my food in MyFitnessPal. I keep within my macros. So she pre-plans. I do really hardcore workout mid-afternoon, and then it all goes down the drain, right? I make really bad decisions. I'm not that bad. I'm not eating fried food or anything, but sweet tooth goes into full effect. I feel so incredibly hungry. I just can't contain myself. Then I feel incredibly guilty, and then say, let's start again tomorrow. Let's start again tomorrow. Let's start again tomorrow, right? It is a cycle. So here's what's happening. A, you need to balance your food out differently. If you're starving after your lift, create more space for a bigger meal after your lift, right? Have things that you can easily grab. They're already prepped as much as possible, because when you're so hungry, the last thing you want to do is sit there and cook. So have things you can grab, even if it's like an appetizer to your main meal, right? Set yourself up for success, a lot more food, have things ready to go so you can go home and eat. You may consider like how much are you eating before your lift as well. You may need a little bit more, but it just sounds like you just simply need more food post lift, even second half of the day. Let me know if you have questions on that. Easy fix, love. Don't try to force yourself into preset macros. You guys, this is a great point. Macros are a tool to adapt around you. You're not adapting to them. They're adapting around you in a sense. You still need to adjust your habits, right? But things like this, all that means is you need a minor tweak for your body and your lifestyle. Macros are laser specific for each individual woman when we do them for each individual woman. The calculator obviously is designed for the masses, but it's like allow things to mold and flex around you instead of you trying to fit into a box. Because if you're trying to fit into a box, it's not sustainable for your life, right? So how can we work that around you? I hope that made sense. Let me know if you have questions. Okay. I'm going to try to pronounce your name correctly. Miss Beautiful Danitza, I think. So she says, I'm new to tracking and I'm a bit lost. Totally normal. I've logged all the food I am expecting to eat, but I'm still under 414 calories. I think I need to add something else, but I'm just not hungry. I don't normally snack. I don't have breakfast. Do I need to change my approach and have heavier breakfast, although I'm close to my protein? So she's just feeling really confused. So the first thing I would say is that might be a little bit too high of macros for where you're at now. If you're not eating breakfast, try to find something easy. So it's not like you have to have a big appetite for it, like a smoothie. Oh my gosh, I do. My son even loves it too, and it totally satiates a chocolate craving. If you do a scoop of chocolate protein, ice, almond milk, a banana, I do arugula, cocoa powder, and you can do peanut butter or PB Fit. Easy to drink, great nutrients, great protein. So I would say, if possible, get your protein in and maybe lower. If you're almost at your protein without breakfast, lower protein from the other meals, put some in breakfast, put something else there. It's just about slowly but surely getting your metabolism faster and faster and faster. It just takes time. Don't force yourself to eat another 414 calories. Maybe start with 100, then 200, then 300, right? But again, are you on the right macros for your body? Yeah. If you have additional questions on that, please let me know. That's a really good question. These all are. Okay. And ladies, if you have questions too, please comment them and I'd be happy to answer them. I think I can see on every platform the comments, but if I don't answer it, just send me a message and we'll talk through it. Okay. Miss Jen, she says, during my period, I am ravenous. Who else? My daily normal macros that sustain me just fine all the other weeks, they leave me feeling gassed and hungry. It also seems like my willpower dwindles during that time of the month. I want to purge on all the junk food. How do you manage this? What are your tips and tricks? Period calories shouldn't count. That's hilarious. And I agree. That would be amazing. So what we do is we actually give our clients period calories. We give them period macros. I just had one of our gals message me this morning. She's like, what are my cycle macros again? I'm starving. I'm like, oh girl, here you go. So what we do, depending on the woman, not every woman needs it, ladies. Be careful with this. Not every woman needs it. Some really, really do. So depending on your hunger level around your cycle, it could be the week prior, could be during, but oftentimes I feel like it's like half week before and half week in, if that makes sense. For her specifically, I did plus 125 calories. I put it all in fat and carb. All our clients had a really healthy protein level. We don't need to increase protein. That's not really what you're craving on your cycle. Fat does really good. So I did quite a bit in fat and then some carb. If I remember correctly, I think I had one gal, I did like 250 calories, but she was on really high calories, shredded, like 15% body fat. So her, I gave more. But yeah, period calories are a very real thing. You definitely feel free to add more. You betcha. Be careful. It doesn't move into the excuse or I'm on my cycle, I can eat more if you don't need it. Right? Some women, my understanding is women can burn 0 to up to 350 calories per day more during that first week of your cycle, something like that. I'm not an expert in cycles. I'm an expert in fitness and nutrition, not necessarily in women's cycles. But I used to have a trainer. If you guys have been with me a long time, Jess, I don't know if you remember Jess. She's a trainer for us like a year and a half ago. Oh my gosh, she was so great about menstrual cycles, and she did master classes on menstrual cycles. And that was one thing she said, it was like 0 to 350 calories more women can burn. So having more calories around your cycle is a very real thing. Yeah. Good question. Okay. Another great question. So anonymous, she's like, I drink the Kool-Aid. I started lifting heavy 3 to 4 times a week. I upped my protein. I dialed back HIIT classes to 2 times a week. I usually throw in an easy recovery, 5 kilometers, I think a walk, right, per week too. What's the result? She's gained 5 pounds. Her clothes are getting snug. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. What are women saying? Oh, you're just gaining muscle, so you're just getting bigger and bigger. If you have fat to lose and you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, no, you're on the wrong macros, or something is off, right? Or for 1% of you, you're a variety responder. That could very well be, but it's the tiniest population, Okay. So for most of you, it's just the right nutrition. So many clients, probably 99, I'm not exaggerating, percent of clients who come in and say, oh, I totally got this. I know macros, I track, I'm totally compliant. It is, I don't curse, but it is a shit show. I'm like, you are not compliant at all. Not their fault. They're doing the best with the knowledge they have, right? There's so many variables. You have no idea. There's so many variables that come into place. So for you, if you're gaining 5 pounds and all you've done was taken back your HIIT and started lifting weights more, holy moly, you need a macro change without a doubt. For those of you who may be newer, what is lifting heavy, right? That is so different for everyone. That's such a broad term, right? For us, for the rule of thumb, if you can lift 2 or more reps than what your program is prescribed, right? So if it's like 4 times 10, 4 sets of 10, and you can do 12 with Prep Reform, increase your weight. Lifting heavy might be 15 pounds for someone. It might be 150 pounds for another. It might be 400 pounds for another. What's your rep scheme, right? The rep schemes are so different. Lifting heavy at 18 reps is different than lifting heavy at 2 reps, right? Some people say, I think lifting heavy at like 5 or less reps, but that term is so misused, I think. So I just wanted to clarify that for people who are like, wait, what does that even mean? So, okay, great. Oh, and she said, she actually has another question. She said, when does this, so question is, when this turn and my new muscles start to burn off the fat so I can see my muscles and feel the progress? No, lovely, it's your macros need to change. Yeah, she's like, I feel frumpy. I'm like, I'm so sorry. That does suck. It's just your nutrition. Okay, I have 3 more. Miss Lauren. So she says, hey, ladies, I'm having abdominal surgery in a month, and I'll be on lifting restrictions for 4 weeks. So she's like, has anyone experienced this? And what are the recommendations for decreasing macros? She burns 300 to 400 calories during CrossFit. And so she was thinking of decreasing calories. So end of May, I had a surgery, and I couldn't lift for I lifted like once in 8 weeks, but it really took me until about 10 weeks. I wasn't lifting for 10 weeks, and I wasn't tracking a ton, right? So that's a little bit different, because after maintenance, after you wean off macros, it's easy to maintain, right? Your nutrition is pretty much on point naturally. But what I would say is, I would start, you're saying you burn 300 to 400 calories at CrossFit, may be totally true. I'd question where you're trying. If you're using an Oura ring to track that, okay, totally buy it. If you're using a watch or something different, I like to play on the safe side, honestly, because I like to have women get results, right? Not like, oh, that didn't work. It's like, okay, let's get results and then fine tune why you're getting results, right? I feel like that's the best approach. So I would say, even just not to shock your body too much, is depending how many days you train. I guess I would need to know how many days you train. If you train 5 days a week and you think you're burning 300 to 400 calories, I would probably drop macros by 250 calories per day. Leave protein the same. Oh, you're at 35% protein. That's pretty significant. Lauren, can you actually, I can answer this more specifically if you share with me what's your current height and weight, how many days a week are you lifting? Then I'll give a better response. But basically, I would probably cut 250 calories off, depending on like where you're at protein wise. If you're within 1.6 to even 1.8, or I guess 2.0 grams of protein per kilo body mass, keep your protein where it is. And no, if you're at 1.6 to 1.8, keep your protein where it is. If you're at 2.0, I would drop it back to 1.8 and then pull the carb and the fat off. Yeah. Man, I need more information. Okay, cool. So let me know if you have questions too, anyone on that. So here's a question from Anonymous. She said, can you debulk? I feel like my shoulders and my arms are way too big for my frame. Yes, you can. It's just volume, right? So let's say you're putting, for example, 20 sets of shoulders per week. Bring it down to 7, right, per week. Put more volume in your legs, put more volume somewhere else. But if you pull back on volume, yes, your muscles will shrink. I've done that actually. So I feel you. Yeah. My biceps, before I knew about physique lifting and physique shaping, you do a lot of arms, right? What else do you know? So I just had these massive biceps. And I'm like, this is just not cute. My shoulders were small. My biceps were just massive. So I was like, I'm just not training biceps ever again. That's a little exaggeration, but I hope you get what I mean. Okay. Last one, Miss Elena. She says, hi, ladies, hoping for some advice. I'm super hamstring dominant. I think which is quite rare, so that's actually kind of cool. I think from difficulty engaging my quads due to hip anatomy and knee issue. Yeah. Currently for legs, I predominantly do barbell squats and deadlift variations. Any ideas on exercise that will engage my quads without hurting my knees? Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So a few things you can do machines, right? Make sure that you're therapying your knees. Like they need to be fully functional and the stability muscles around your knees need to be very strong because what I'm thinking is like a hack squat, narrow stance squats, leg press, leg extension, single leg extension for sure. I would really recommend doing quite a bit of single limb isolated work, right? So like a single leg extension. There's different foot positions. So like a leg press, right? If you're doing high and wide, it's more glute. If you're doing more narrow, it's more quad, right? It's also depending where your quad is front and back. You can do what are they called? Like Bulgarian split squats with a bit shorter of a stance to target more of your quad. So I think for you, it's going to be so much form and a little bit less of the compound moves like a barbell squat, a deadlift, and a bit more of the isolated move and a lot of single limb work for sure. For sure. And again, therapy that knee. Okay. Lovely. Ladies, do you have any questions or anything you want to share or talk about before I jump off for today? I'm glad that you're here. As a reminder, that's not it. Our free, let me pull it back up. Nutrition Mastery Series. It's only going to be one day next Tuesday. It's going to be just fabulous. We're going to share so much with you guys about nutrition. Here it is. And just really, again, just helping you continue to up-level, continue to up-level, just really enjoy your life with balance, with health, with vitality, but also feel amazing in your skin and be at a really healthy body fat percentage. So you can just comment, invite, or send me a message and say, hey, can I get some information on the event next week? And we're happy to share that with you. There'll be 4 of us, trainers and nutritionists. We're just going to go one by one and share some great stuff with you guys. So let me know if you have any questions there. Okay. Wonderful. Have a great day. We're here if you need us. Let us know any questions you have. If you're interested in coaching or getting onto a program or learning more information there, you can also just comment coaching below or send me a message and say, hey, what's up with your programs? I'll ask you about your goals, what you're working through. What's your biggest hurdle? Why are your goals important to you? And so we can just see what kind of support do you need? Are we the right person to basically bridge your gap to help you finally accomplish the goals you want forever, right? Let's accomplish it one and done and then just enjoy that life. Okay, beautiful. Wonderful. Yeah, I see those comments coming in. Yeah, we'll get you all that information. Okay, beautiful ladies. Have a great day and we'll see you tomorrow.